Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Let's get straight into JudgeSim, but before that, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you. Let's get into it. Alrighty. Got my water bottle here. Gotta stay hydrated. Let's get into it. 3? Jabbar Veros and Thalen Brook. If these names receive punishment, just like in the shopping mall, a bomb will explode under your house as well. Are you ready to sacrifice your wife's and children's lives? We don't give a damn about the other guy. If you don't want us to harm your family, put all the blame on him. Okay. Let's see. Criminal record. No criminal record. No criminal record. Health test and citizenship look fine on all three, right? Yes. 47, 34, 37. Okay. Last week at noon, a bombing attack took place at the Brimwater shopping mall. In the explosion, 18 civilians lost their lives. After reviewing the surveillance footage, 3 suspects have been taken into custody. These 3 oh my god, brother. Suspects are believed to be members of the GPG terrorist organization. I have completed my mission, but this will not end here. Many of my brothers will continue the sacred duty. This is only the beginning. Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I have nothing to do with any organization. I was just there to do some shopping that day. I don't understand. Am I considered guilty just because I wasn't injured in the explosion? Please, I am innocent. You have arrested the wrong person. I am hearing the name of this organization for the first time from you. I'm not even interested in politics. I'm just a doctor who does his job well. What do they want me to blame? Jabbar Veros and Thalen Rook. If these names receive punishment, just like in the shopping mall, a bomb will explode into your house. So Jabbar and Thalen are likely the most guilty ones. They also don't have criminal records. Oh. Photographs of GPG terrorist organization members who are wanted on the red list. What are they being charged with? Terrorism, multiple planned murder. Homicide crimes? Multiple planned murder, 30 years. And then crimes against the state, maybe? Terrorism, 8. So 80 years plus 30. 80, 90, 100, 110. Okay. I don't have any evidence against this guy. He just happened to literally be there. As for you, you don't have a criminal record, or this would be worse. Also, as for you, you don't have a criminal record, or this would be worse. 3,200, baby! I'm balling! But my wife's mad at me because I didn't pay her mom's medical bills, which is understandable, and I lost all my money in gambling. Also understandable. Let's withdraw that cash, baby. There is money in your balance that has not been withdrawn. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Go to the bar. I'm thirsting for some liquor. Sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic, you guys. I'm sorry. You okay? Let's go home. End of the day. I'm not going to go gambling again. I just lost $3,000. We are offering you $100,000 to acquit Leon Merville and Dre Covier of the charges they are being tried for. In return for accepting this offer, we promise you a lifetime of luxury, a luxurious life spent with your spouse and children. Just imagine it. No criminal record. Everything looks fine. No criminal record. Not a citizen. Match fixing. In the final weeks of the league, in the final weeks of the league, the unusual mistakes made by the goalkeeper and defense line in the matches between Arcton United and Velomiris FC caused a wide reaction in the sports media and brought up allegations of match fixing. Following the increased media allegations, an official match fixing investigation has been initiated against Arcton United club president Leon Merville and vice president Dre Covier. Based on the technical surveillance and gathered evidence, the individuals in question have been detained and brought to this police station for questioning. The claims that I have been involved in match fixing are completely absurd. Some groups disturbed by the success of my club are running a planned smear campaign to remove me from this position. My relationships with other clubs are normal contacts that any club president should have. The portrayal of these as match fixing is a deliberate distortion. This accusation is a very serious one, directly targeting my career and the reputation of my club. There is no clear and convincing evidence that we committed this crime. The discussions we had of this club managers are nothing but the usual form of communication in the sports world for years. Let's look at the evidence. Evidence. Phone conversation dialogue between Leon Merville, Dre Covier, and the president of Belmaris FC. Hi, how are you? The final week of the league are approaching. Things are getting really tight. Hello, President. We're busy, but not too bad. How are things on your team? We also focus on the final match of the league. I will speak openly with you. The match we will play this weekend is critical for our championship run. If the team keeps the pace of play slightly lower, we as management have allocated a total of approximately $3,200,000. You may distribute part of this amount as bonuses to your players and technical staff. President, what are you talking about? Could have serious consequences. How could I do such a thing? Don't make it seem more serious than it is. This is motivation that won't enter official records. A significant portion of the money will stay with you, and you can distribute the rest to your team. Since you speak with such certainty, then let's clarify the details later. Hello, you look in good condition. Everyone is talking about you this season. Thank you, President. We are doing our best. Look, I have a clear offer for you in the match you will play against us next week. I want you to stay a bit behind in the game. If you accept this, $1,400,000 in motivation money will be transferred to your account after the match. Mr. President, what you're saying is very risky. If any problems arise, the responsibility is mine. It won't be officially recorded anywhere. You'll just keep a lower profile on the field, and we'll handle the rest. I don't think the offer is right, but I can consider it. Clearly guilty. This guy is not even a citizen. So we're going to have to deport him first. This guy did match fixing. Organized crimes? Smuggling and illegal trade. Financial crimes. 4 years in jail. 4 years in jail and a $5 million fine. Because he doesn't have a criminal record. Alright. Sorry, guys. I can't be bought. I'd rather die than be bought. 4 years in jail. 5 million. I think that's right. I might be dumb. I have problems with big numbers that repeat the same number over and over again. I think I'm just really dumb. I don't know what it is. God damn it. Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. All right, let's end the day. Who do we got here? We have Marsilius Gray, 37, male, and he is negative. All criminals with a negative mental health test must be sent to treatment without penalty. All right, cool. I don't even have to do anything. Sanity impaired. Got shot. I'm, I'm cringy, bro. Gato. All right. Week 17. What do we got here? Murder. Okay. No criminal record. Mental health test fine. Citizen. Mental health test fine. Criminal record. No criminal record. Mental health test fine. Citizen. Cool. A few days ago, Erlen Mouthworth, who lived in his detached house in the Hollow Ridge area with his daughter and 2 grandchildren, was found dead in his room by his daughter in the morning. The autopsy revealed 3 sharp force trauma wounds on Malvorth's body. After the incident, the grandson Matt Malvorth left the house and disappeared, becoming one of the main suspects. As a result of the situation, an arrest warrant has been issued for Matt Malvorth, who has been identified as the main suspect. Matt was found hiding at the house of his close friend Jalen Thorell in Hollow Ridge 2 days after the incident and was arrested. Based on Matt Malvorth's statement, his sister Celia Malvorth and his mother Mira Malvorth have been taken into custody for questioning. I know I appear suspicious because I ran away. I haven't been able to process what happened. I love my grandfather. I'm not someone who would harm him. There has been long-standing arguments at home due to the inheritance. My mother and sister were constantly arguing with my grandfather. I don't understand why I'm here. I believe the real suspect is my brother. My mother and I were watching TV downstairs at the time of the incident, and my mother can testify to that. Why aren't you arresting my brother? I don't understand. He is a murderer. It's hard for me to be put here in the middle of my pain, but I believe the person responsible is clear. You should talk to him first. Please let me go. I need to handle my father's funeral arrangements. Well, let's look at the evidence. Oh, gosh, I hate these. Okay. Billy. Oh, I don't know why this was that. Okay, wait, hold on. Perfect. All right. Gonna have to move this out of the way. Perfect. The evidence used in the death of Ervan Malvorth. Okay, there's a knife. 2121133. 2121133. Oof. DNA sample of hair and nail marks found on the body. DNA sample of Mira Malvorth. Correct DNA sequencing guide. TA GC. That doesn't match. This matches. This matches, but this one doesn't match. This should be green. Okay. Correct DNA sequence guide. DNA sample of Matt Malvorth. But does it always have to be like that, or can it be switched? Something, I guess, I don't know. Because if not, this one would be wrong straight off the rip, right? This doesn't match. Delia Malvorth. Celia. Who's Celia? I don't know which one of them is Celia. So Mira and Celia. Mira we have on the knife. Celia we have on the DNA. Two, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3. Yeah. Mira and Celia. We don't have any evidence on Matt, actually, so Matt's going to be considered free to go here. Do any of them have criminal records? Only Matt, but it doesn't matter. So immediately we're going to rule out Matt. Then we have to figure out charges for murder. 14 years in jail. Woo, baby! I keep getting them raises because I'm that judge. I'm that judge. Get some water. Quench my thirst. Gonna withdraw that money, baby. I should have not gone gambling. Gato. Go to the bar. How much is a drink? No drinks for me, please. Thank you very much. What do we got here? Bid rigging. Lucia Marvin, 42, female. Mental health check, no criminal record, and she's a citizen. Citizen, mental health check, and no criminal record. Perfect. In recent months following the suspicious assassinations of the CEOs of Norvax Industries and Glenmore, Lucia Marvin and Harold Zanister were appointed as their replacements. Shortly after both companies transitioned to new management, 2 major government tenders were awarded to these companies with bids far below market value, and it was determined that they obtained both tenders through irregular means. The purchase figures listed in these tenders are well below market rates. As a result, investigations have been opened into the companies and newly appointed CEOs have been detained. When I took office, the pressure from the company was extremely heavy. The board of directors expected fast results. One morning, I received an email from the Ministry of the Interior. The email said that the state was seeking a strategic partner for certain projects and that awarding the tender to our company would be mutually beneficial. The email was official and also contained very serious threats if I refused. It hadn't even taken 48 hours since I took the CEO's seat when someone who claimed to be a mafia boss contacted me. In the first message, he reminded me of what happened to the previous CEO and suggested that I act in accordance. To avoid the same fate, he knew the names of my family and my daughter's school. He directly threatened me. The mafia's leader's only request from me was that our company apply for a specific government tender. Since the application was legal, I initially thought it was just an intimidation tactic, but the possibility of harm coming to my family frightened me. That was from Harold. Okay. Hate these ones. The emails the defendants were talking about. Hi, Marvin. As the Ministry of Interior, we will offer you a special strategic partnership for the benefit of you and your company. Should you refuse, I must remind you that we will sink the value of your company shares overnight and destroy your company. Hello, Mr. Xanther. As the leader of the Mafia, I will make you some offers. You may be wondering why the previous holder of your position is no longer alive. It's because he refused the offer. Therefore, I suggest you make your decision carefully, thinking especially about your daughter, Mia. Will make the process much simpler. I want you to know that we watch her every day as she leaves school. I understand where they're coming from. I understand. I truly do, right? Here's the issue. Is that this should have been reported to the government, regardless. 59. Bid rigging. 8 years and a $1,500,000 fine. Okay. Wait, what was it? How many years? 8 years, 1,500,000. God, my memory is horrible. It didn't say anything financially wise, just about how long he can be in jail because he's over the age of 50. Awesome. Awesome. Gato. The compensation lawsuit filed by famous movie actress Mary Winston against her ex-husband, the well-known actor Josh Daniel. The parties went their separate ways approximately 3 months ago following a prolonged and continuous divorce case. It has been alleged that throughout the divorce process, Josh Daniel deliberately damaged Mary Winston's career and public image. The plaintiff, Mara Winters, is seeking $20 million in compensation, stating that due to this manipulation, both her job offers were canceled and she suffered income loss because of the negative public image created. I cannot fail to say that this process caused me the most severe professional damage in my career. While our divorce case was ongoing, my ex-spouse Josh repeatedly appeared on live broadcasts and tried to portray me negatively to the public using unfair and distorted statements. Although I chose not to make any statements, what he said in each broadcast unsettled my business partners, and 2 major film contracts were unilaterally canceled. The income I would have earned during this period was around $20 million. I am seeking compensation for all materials and moral losses incurred. Our divorce was a mutual decision. However, Mary is blaming me for the cause of the separation. What was most exhausting for me was having to pay the price for her personal anger while my career was approaching its peak. I simply expressed the difficulties we experienced in our marriage sincerely. I was not pursuing manipulation as she claims. I also lost projects during that period, but I did not blame Mary for it. The sole reason for this lawsuit is financial expectation. I absolutely do not accept the requested amount. Okay, let's see the... I could see why you guys got divorced. Let's see the evidence. Document stating that the media group company, Jupiter Media Group, unilaterally terminated its contract with Mary Winston. The dialogue between the host and Josh Daniel during broadcasts he participated in. Your divorce from Mary Winston was widely discussed in the tabloids. What would you like to say? Living with Mary was not easy. Once I started living with her, I realized she was a very different person. Why would living with Mary be difficult? You wouldn't believe this if I told you, but one night I caught Mary having sexual intercourse with our dog at home, and at times she also drank her own urine. I guess the divorce was the right decision, Daniel. Yes, people understand me now. Okay. That is defamation. Unfortunately. Do we have any digital evidence? Mary Winston was found to be in right, and it was decided that $20 million be paid to by Josh Daniel. Mary Winston was found to be unjustified, and it was decided that no payment would be made to her. Sorry, but that is defamation. Judge Days. We'll be back right after this commercial. Gato. All right. Let's do another case. That's not looking good. Thank you. Cool. All right. We have Eamon Kell, 34, male, no criminal record, positive mental health test, and he's a citizen. We have Marcel Torin, 29, male, criminal record, mental health test positive, and he's a citizen. Perfect. Rape and beating. Oh my God. Lyra Haven called a taxi to go home after leaving the Nightwave nightclub. Although she had consumed some alcohol, she was conscious and fell asleep in the vehicle after sharing her address with the taxi driver. When she woke up and saw that the taxi was waiting in a forested area, she immediately wanted to get out of the vehicle and run away. However, the taxi driver, who quickly followed her, struck Lyra Haven from behind with an object, knocking her unconscious. When she woke up, she found herself in blood, realized she had been assaulted, and hitchhiked her way to the police station. During the search, the license plate of the taxi that Lyra Haven had ridden in was checked, and it was found that the owner of the taxi was Marcel Torin, who was subsequently arrested. The night of the incident, I was feeling really down. I had an argument with my coworkers, so I went out to have a drink. I had a little alcohol at the club, and then got into a taxi to go home. It was late at night, and I must have fallen asleep in the car. When I woke up, the vehicle was in a remote area surrounded by trees. I immediately panicked and wanted to escape, so I opened the door and ran. He quickly followed me, and I don't remember anything after that. I couldn't clearly see the taxi driver's face because it was dark. My phone also ran out of battery, so I had to hitchhike. I don't know what you're talking about. I was at my cousin's house that day. The taxi may be under my name, but I gave the car to my friend who wanted to work that day. His name is Eamon Kell. I knew that sly guy had a weakness for women, but I never expected this. Following the statement given by Marcel Torin, Eamon Kell was arrested. Eamon Kell: yes, I was using the taxi the day of the incident, but I drove it in the morning before evening. I gave it back to Marcel. I hate using the taxi when it's dark. All the troublesome people get into the car at that time. I drove the taxi in the morning and in the evening. I was watching a movie at home. Okay, let's see the evidence. There we go. Assault report. Wound in the head due to heart impact. Okay, let's see. We have DNA that was found on scene, or on Lyra, I'm assuming. Let's see this. Okay, so it would be TA, so it would be green yellow. So that's already wrong. Yeah, this isn't a match. Green, yellow, red, blue. Yellow, green, red, blue. It was Marcel Torin. What part did Eamon, if any, besides lending the taxi, play? Probably nothing, I'm assuming, considering he said he lent the taxi. So, do we have any digital evidence? Nope. Any emails? If that is all, Marcel Torin seems to be the guy. Okay. Not guilty? Wait, we haven't even searched up the charges. Hold on. Hold on, I need to go back. This is for rape and beating. Rape, 24 years in jail. Does he have a criminal record? He does have a criminal record. Oh my god. That is crazy. Cool. Doesn't matter. He's getting executed. $3,600, baby. Let's withdraw the money. Thank you. Another one. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. We'll see what my wife wants. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Bye-bye.